My beloved royal child, stop right now. Do not scroll past this message. Give me your attention. I am speaking directly to you because heaven has declared a spiritual emergency over your life tonight, and a major boundary is shifting in your path right now. There are no accidents in your life. You were brought here on purpose. I orchestrated this moment for you. You feel a sudden pull inside your chest because your spirit recognizes my voice, and you know deep inside that you can no longer ignore this truth. Stop calling your numbness peace. Stop pretending you are fine. The weight you carry is heavy. I see the exhaustion in your eyes when you look in the mirror, and I know how hard you fight to hide your wounds behind a smile. You feel tired in your bones. You carry burdens alone. No one sees your pain. You lay awake in the dark hours of the night while the world is sleeping, and you ask yourself if anyone understands the quiet battle inside your soul. You worry about tomorrow. You worry about debt. You try to stay strong every day, but your spiritual breath has grown faint without you even realizing it. Your spirit is weary. You have cried in secret. Every door felt locked. For the past 90 days, you felt like every resource was frozen, and you wondered if my silence meant that I had left you alone in the dark. I am breaking my silence today. Your life is not collapsing. This is a sacred setup. What you called a painful loss was actually my sovereign protection, because I had to isolate you from people who were draining your spiritual strength. They took your generosity. They took your peace. They mocked your kindness. But I watched every single tear you swallowed in silence, and I recorded every quiet sacrifice you made when no one was watching your suffering. A secret decree is sealed. Your restoration is starting now. A massive shift is coming. Within the next 72 hours, a powerful movement will unfold concerning your house, and what was formed in secret will finally appear in your physical world. You will see doors open. You will see peace return. I am turning your desert into rivers of living water right before your eyes. You are not a victim. You carry royal blood inside. My angels surround your steps. The enemy sees the blessing that is about to pour over your table, and that is why he is trying so hard to distract your mind at this exact second. He wants you to scroll away. He wants you to feel tired. Do not give him your focus. He throws thoughts of fear. He throws thoughts of doubt. He wants you to quit. But I have placed an unshakable authority deep within your spirit, and you are called to stand as a mighty warrior in this generation. Lift up your head. Square your shoulders. Take a deep breath. If you walk away from my voice right now, you leave your home unguarded, and you risk missing the exact blueprint that heaven prepared for your total breakthrough. This message is your lifeline. Stand firm in my presence. Receive my holy peace today. You were chosen out of your entire lineage to be the one who breaks the curse of lack, so that your children will never carry the pain of your past. The cycle of hardship ends. The generational chain is broken. Your hands will hold abundance. I am placing a new mantle of favor upon your shoulders today, and those who counted you out will soon watch you walk in divine honor. Do not look back at old failures. Do not dwell on past regrets. The battle over you is over. Your new season begins today. Open your heart to me. If your spirit recognizes my voice, stay with me for just a few moments, because what follows is crafted specifically to release your life into total freedom. Do not let the noise of the world steal this sacred encounter. Pause everything else around you right now. Give me your full attention. Let your soul rest here. Listen to every single word. As you stay in my presence during these next moments, the heavy fog over your mind will clear, and the light of my truth will illuminate your path forward. I am stripping away every false mask you wore to survive. You do not have to perform for me. You do not have to prove your worth to this world. Bring me your raw fatigue and your broken pieces, and let my uncontainable love repair every hidden crack in your heart right now. You are safe in my arms tonight. I see what happens when the lights go out. I know the exact moments when the world leaves you alone with your thoughts. You pretend that you are strong during the day. You smile at work. You take care of everyone around you. But when the night comes and the house grows quiet, the heavy mask falls off, and you are left standing in the dark with a heart that feels completely crushed. I watched you last night. I saw you in the dark. You were lying awake at 3 o'clock in the morning. Your eyes were staring at the ceiling while your mind was racing with endless worries about the future. You held your breath. You tried not to make a sound. And as you gripped the bed sheets until your knuckles turned white, a silent tear slipped down your cheek and soaked into your pillow. You tried to wipe it away quickly. You felt ashamed for feeling weak. You told yourself to pull it together. But my child, I counted that tear before it even touched the cloth. I recorded every single sigh that escaped your chest when you thought no one was listening. You have spent years playing the role of the rock for your family, while inside your own living sanctuary, your foundation was slowly crumbling into dust under the weight of silent expectations. You carry a heavy burden. You care for many souls. You give everything you have. Yet when you need help, you feel like there is no one you can call. You step into the shower. You turn the water on high. You let the warm stream wash over your face because that is the only place where you feel safe enough to cry without judgment. You are exhausted. Your mind cannot rest. Your body feels weak. Every morning you force yourself out of bed and put on that heavy coat of self-sufficiency before you walk out the door. You answer everyone with a polite smile. You tell them that you are fine, but you are not fine. You are suffocating under the pressure of trying to save everyone else while nobody notices that you are drowning right in front of them. I see the tight knot in your stomach. I feel the pressure in your chest. You check your bank account late at night. You wonder how you will make ends meet next month when the bills keep piling up on your table. You feel like a failure. You sacrificed your own dreams for them. And now you sit alone in the dark while they sleep peacefully without knowing the price you paid for their comfort. They take your kindness for granted. They demand your energy every day. They drain your spirit. Whenever you try to set a boundary, they make you feel guilty for being tired. You feel trapped in an endless cycle. You feel completely isolated in a house full of people, and you ask yourself why you feel so terribly alone when you are surrounded by the ones you love the most. Your feelings are valid tonight. Do not apologize for your fatigue. I created you with a loving heart. You were never meant to carry the weight of the whole world on your own shoulders. I saw when friends turned away from you. I saw the painful betrayals. They cut deep into your soul and left you with invisible scars that make you afraid to trust anyone ever again. You built high walls around your heart. You did it to protect yourself. You call those cold walls wisdom. You call that emotional distance maturity. But I see through that protective barrier today, because I see a wounded warrior who is tired of fighting battles with no support from the world around them. You feel locked in a dark room. Every door seems closed to you. You cry out to me. You wonder why I have been silent for so long while you were suffering in secret. You wonder if your prayers were falling into empty space. My silence was never a sign of abandonment, because I was simply preparing a table for you in the presence of your enemies. I was standing right beside you. I held your hand in the dark. I guarded your breath when panic came. The enemy wanted that season of darkness to break your faith completely. But I used the quiet room to build an unshakable strength inside your spirit. Do not lose heart, my child. Your secret tears were not wasted. I stored every single drop. I am turning your seasons of quiet pain into a fountain of unstoppable power right now. You survived the silent battles that would have destroyed anyone else, because I placed a divine resilience inside your spiritual bloodline that cannot be defeated by the troubles of this life. Lift up your eyes to me today. Your wilderness journey is coming to an end. The heavy chains are falling off your shoulders. I am restoring the years that the locusts have eaten, and you will soon look back at this dark night as the turning point where your true royal identity was revealed. Trust my timing today. Stay still in my holy peace. You keep telling everyone that you are fine. You say it automatically. The words roll off your tongue before you even think about them. And every time someone asks you how you are doing, you put on that trained smile and give them the answer that makes them feel comfortable. You do not want to be a burden to anyone. You hide your exhaustion under a blanket of cheerful words. But I know the heavy truth that lives behind those eyes. Stop calling your silent endurance maturity. Stop convincing yourself that a bruised and wounded heart is a fate you must carry forever without relief. You have worn this heavy mask of strength for so long that you forgot what it feels like to be held by love. You built a cold fortress around your spirit. You locked the gates. You pushed people away before they could get close enough to see your scars. You called that fortress self-reliance, but it is actually a cage that keeps your soul trapped in winter. Tonight, I command that wall of ice to melt in my presence. You do not have to perform for me. You do not have to look successful to a world that is completely blind to your real worth. I am not demanding your perfection today. I am asking for your surrendered heart. Let down your guard right now. Take off that heavy iron armor that has been bruising your shoulders for years, and let my pure love wash over your wounded places like warm oil. Do not try to wipe away that tear right now. Let it fall down your face. Let your soul breathe in this sacred space. You have swallowed your pain for so long that your lungs feel tight, but my presence is opening a wide door of total release for you tonight. Cry out if you need to cry. Let the floodgates open wide. Every tear that drops from your eyes is washing away a layer of dirty shame that the enemy forced upon your back. You spent years blaming yourself for things you could not control. You replayed old conversations in your head late at night. You wondered what you did wrong. You asked yourself why people walked away from you when you gave them your absolute best. Stop torturing your own soul with those lies. I allowed those doors to slam shut to protect your destiny from people who were only attached to your season of comfort. They loved what you could do for them, but they never loved your soul. When the winter came and your hands were empty, they turned their backs and left you to freeze in the cold. But I was there. I wrapped you in my glory. I kept your heart beating when you felt like giving up completely. Every person who abandoned you was simply removed by my protective hand, because they were not authorized to enter the season of overflow I am opening for you today. My beloved royal child, you were never meant to live as an exhausted survivor. You carry divine blood in your spiritual veins. You are an heir to an unshakable kingdom that cannot be moved by the storms of this passing world. The enemy tried to convince you that you are worthless because your hands feel empty right now, but a precious jewel covered in temporary dust is still a precious jewel. Your true identity was sealed in the halls of heaven long before your mother knew your name. Look at your scars through my eyes today. Those deep wounds are not marks of defeat. They are holy proofs that you survived the intense fire of the enemy and came out alive. You were chosen out of your entire family lineage to be the one who stands in the gap. You were appointed to break the long cycle of silent suffering that trapped your ancestors for generations. That is why the attack against your mind was so fierce. The enemy saw your royal mantle before you recognized it yourself. He sent heavy waves of betrayal and disappointment to make you throw away your destiny in frustration. He wanted you to die in the dry wilderness of your own grief. But his wicked plan has completely failed because you are still here listening to my voice tonight. The fire did not burn you. The water did not drown you. Feel my love invading your living temple right now. It is a deep warmth that pushes away every shadow of fear. It is a quiet peace that settles over your anxious mind like a calm sea after a violent storm. You do not have to fight anymore. You do not have to prove anything to anyone. My grace is enough for you, and my strength is made perfect in the exact place where your human power ran out. Bring me your messy reality right now. Bring me every broken promise that broke your trust, every financial loss that made you tremble with anxiety, and every silent betrayal that left a cold scar on your heart. I am sweeping away the old foundation of fear. I am placing your feet upon an everlasting rock. Take a deep breath and feel the heavy weight lifting off your chest right now, because your days of hiding behind a fake smile are officially over. You asked me why I remained silent while your tears fell into the dark. You thought my silence was proof that I turned my face away from your suffering. But my beloved royal child, you must understand something deeper than what your natural eyes can see on this earth. My silence was never abandonment. My silence was a high security protocol to protect your destiny from spiritual thieves. When heaven prepares a massive breakthrough for a chosen vessel, it operates under absolute divine confidentiality. If I revealed my full strategy for your life too soon, the enemy would have mobilized every force to destroy you before you were ready. I locked the doors around you to isolate you. I quieted the atmosphere so I could work on your foundation without outside interference. Look at the ancient story of Joseph. His own brothers hated him for his royal dreams. They betrayed him without mercy. They threw him into a cold, dark pit in the dry desert, and they walked away while he wept in the shadows. Joseph cried out to heaven from the bottom of that pit. He asked why his own family turned against him, but there was no voice from above. It seemed like complete silence. It felt like the end of his life. But that dark pit was not a cemetery for Joseph. It was a divine transit station arranged before the foundation of the world. If his brothers had not betrayed him, Joseph would have remained a comfortable child in his father's house. He would have never reached the royal courts of Egypt to save millions from famine. The pit was uncomfortable. The pit was lonely. The darkness felt overwhelming. But inside that pit, Joseph learned how to trust my voice when every earthly support was stripped away. The betrayal did not destroy his calling. It pushed him directly into his divine assignment. Your current situation is no different from Joseph's pit. What your natural mind calls a devastating setback, my sovereign wisdom calls a strategic realignment. The closed doors you grieved over were actually divine shields. I turned the keys in those locks myself to keep toxic people from walking into your future. I allowed the financial stream to dry up temporarily, because I needed to fix the hidden leaks in your spiritual vessel before I poured out the true harvest. Pause for a moment right now. Take a deep breath. Give me your full attention. You felt angry because things did not happen on your schedule. You thought the delay meant that you were falling behind everyone else in this world. But you are not running an earthly race against human competitors. You are walking in a sacred order designed specifically for your soul. A small vessel can be filled in a single minute, but a massive reservoir takes time to build and fortify. If I had handed you the generational wealth 3 years ago, the hidden cracks in your character would have caused a catastrophic collapse. The pressure would have crushed you. I loved you too much to let your blessing become your destruction. So I brought you into the quiet wilderness. I allowed the heat of the fire to test your endurance. I watched you learn how to stand firm when you had no human help to lean on. Every trial you faced was designed to expand your capacity to hold true royal authority. You learned how to pray with real power. You learned how to discern deceitful spirits behind sweet words. You are no longer a fragile child who collapses at the first sign of trouble. You are a refined warrior who carries the weight of glory with steady hands. The enemy thought he was burying you in the dirt when he attacked your peace. He did not realize that you were a seed planted in holy soil, and what was buried in secret is about to burst forth in undeniable glory. I am pulling you out of the shadows. The pit was only a temporary classroom. It was never meant to be your final home. You were forced to sit in the dirt so you would never take my grace for granted when I elevate you before kings and nations. Your spirit was humbled in secret, so that pride could never steal your heart when the doors of wealth swing open. Every hour you spent waiting in silence was an investment in your eternal crown. You learned that true security is not found in bank accounts or human promises, but in the unshakable truth of my word. The foundation is now complete. The vessel is now strong enough to carry the blessing without cracking under the pressure. Prepare your mind for the shift that is coming. Stop looking at the pit with resentment. The pit served its purpose. The pit taught you how to hear my whisper in the dark, and it proved that your faith could survive the deepest isolation. The season of hidden preparation is officially reaching its conclusion today. You are stepping out of the shadows of trial and into the light of divine promotion. Your hands will no longer be empty. Your mind will no longer be clouded by confusion. I am shifting your position from the cold pit to the palace room, and those who laughed at your tears will soon see the crown of favor resting upon your head. Trust my divine construction process tonight. Every piece of your story is falling into its perfect place. Look at your hands right now. They look empty to the world. They look fragile to those who judged you. But in the unseen spiritual realm, those hands are being prepared to hold a sacred inheritance that your parents only dreamed about from afar while they labored under heavy burdens. I am refining your vessel today, because the blessing I am releasing requires a container that will not break under pressure. You suffered through the fire for a reason. The heat was intense. The furnace felt unbearable. and every drop of sweat and every bitter tear was burning away the dirty impurities of doubt, fear, and human pride from your spirit. You are emerging as pure gold today, and what the enemy planned as your final destruction has become the exact furnace that forged your royal resilience. I am breaking the heavy chain over your bloodline right now. Your ancestors walked in lack. They struggled with poverty every day. They carried silent depression. And for generations, the enemy kept your family bound to an endless cycle of painful work with nothing to show for their labor. But I chose you out of your entire lineage to be the ultimate chain breaker who puts an end to that generational curse forever. Pause for a moment right now. Take a deep breath. Give me your full attention. Do not let your mind drift back to the endless worries of tomorrow, because I am speaking a fresh decree directly into your living temple at this second. Within the next 48 hours, 3 specific physical signs will appear in your path to confirm that the generational shift has officially begun in your home. You will see a sudden wave of unexplainable peace settle over your living room where anxiety used to rule. You will receive an unexpected door of communication that was closed for years, and you will feel a deep physical lightness in your chest as the old heavy mantle of generational sorrow drops from your shoulders onto the floor. These signs are your divine proof today. The enemy knows that your alignment is changing today. He knows that when a chosen vessel steps into royal authority, the financial gushers of heaven open wide over their entire bloodline. That is why he fought so hard to keep your vessel cracked. He wanted you to leak your spiritual power through constant anger, fear, and toxic arguments with people who do not understand your calling. I am patching every hidden crack in your vessel tonight. I am sealing the leaks of anxiety. I am washing away the toxic memories of past failures. When you stop wasting your spiritual energy on earthly battles, your container fills up rapidly with heavenly wisdom, supernatural endurance, and divine strategies that will multiply the work of your hands beyond human logic. Prepare your house for expansion today. Enlarge the borders of your mind. Stop thinking like a helpless beggar who is grateful for mere crumbs from the table of this world. You are a legal heir to the King of Kings, and the vast resources of heaven are being routed to your family line so you can build a lasting legacy that honors my holy name. Those who mocked your quiet faith will see your restoration. They watched you fall into the dirt. They thought you were finished forever, but they did not know that I was simply refining your vessel in secret. And soon they will sit and watch in silence as I prepare a lavish table for you in plain sight of every single opponent who doubted your destiny. Hear my voice clearly, my beloved child. Do not compromise with the old habits of fear. When the enemy whispers that you are unworthy, remind him of the blood that runs in your spiritual veins. You are setting a new standard for your children, and the financial lack that suffocated your parents will never enter the doors of the home you are building today. The mantle of lack is destroyed forever. The garment of praise is placed upon you. Your vessel is now whole, clean, and ready to hold the overflow of divine favor. Stand tall in my presence today. Lean into the sacred assignment I have placed upon your shoulders, because your entire lineage is about to enter a glorious season of unprecedented abundance that will never dry up. Feel the divine authority rising inside your spirit right now. You are no longer running away from the battle like a frightened child. You are stepping onto the battlefield as an anointed ruler, equipped with my holy power to reclaim every single inch of ground that the enemy stole from your family during the long night of your wilderness. Keep your eyes fixed upon my promise today. The winter is past. The heavy rain is over. The flowers of your divine harvest are beginning to bloom in your physical world. Walk with the fierce confidence of a royal heir who knows that the entire backing of heaven stands behind every step you take, and know that your victory was sealed long ago. Wake up right now. Give me your full attention. I command your spirit to be alert in this second. This is not a time for casual listening, and this is not a random video on your screen. And while the world sleeps in darkness, a fierce battle over your financial destiny has reached its peak climax in the spiritual realm right now. The enemy sees your royal harvest. He sees your coming restoration. He is terrified of your authority. He knows his time is up. He is deploying his most dangerous trap against your soul today. It is not an open attack. It is the subtle poison of delay. He whispers that you can deal with your faith tomorrow, and he tries to convince you to put off your breakthrough until a season when you feel less tired. That whisper is a calculated lie. It comes straight from the dark. It wants to steal your authority. Do not listen to his deceptive voice. Delay is the stealthy thief of destiny. Delay keeps you trapped in debt. Delay makes you compromise with failure. It slowly drains your physical strength while you wait for a better day that never seems to arrive on your calendar. I say these heavy things today. I say them to awaken your soul. I am shaking your spirit right now. You cannot afford to sleep through this sacred hour. I expose the hidden strategy of the adversary today. You stood on the verge of victory before. A sudden distraction appeared every time. And just as you were about to claim your breakthrough, an unexpected trial or a sudden family argument pulled your mind away from my holy promise. Those attacks were not accidental. The enemy was afraid of your rising power. He wanted you to drop your spiritual sword. He wanted you to give up on your calling. Enough is enough. The line is drawn tonight. I issue a sovereign decree from heaven. I issue it against every dark power that has been monitoring your family lineage for generations with wicked intent. Every spirit of poverty is bound right now. It is cast out of your house forever. Every altar of lack is collapsing into dust today. You are set free from the ancestral weight. I break the legal rights of the enemy today. The blood of the covenant covers you. The adversary has no right to touch your peace, and he has no legal authority to torment your soul with fear in the dark hours of the night. Hear the word of the Lord today, you spirit of lack. Your hold over this child is broken right now. You must leave this house immediately. You will return what you stole sevenfold. Stand up in your spiritual authority. Open your mouth right now. Declare your total freedom out loud. Tell the mountain of debt before you that it must fall, and command every shadow of fear to vanish from your heart because my light is here. You are not a helpless victim. You are an anointed kingdom manager. You carry royal blood in your spiritual veins. You are called to win every battle. Look at the weapons formed against you. They are falling to the ground. They have no power over your future. The dark strategies that kept your mind in confusion are completely shattered by the light of my truth today. I am placing a flaming sword in your hands. You will no longer run from the battle. You will stand your ground and watch the enemy flee in 7 directions before your face. The heavy chains are shattering into pieces. The iron links are snapping right now. The yoke of ancestral hardship is gone. What took your family 40 years of bitter labor to achieve will be released into your hands in a single season because my favor is accelerating your steps. Your restoration is moving fast today. Your hands will hold abundance. Your mind will rest in quiet peace. I am opening the vaults of heaven over your home. The resources you needed are unlocked. The divine connections you prayed for are moving into alignment at this very second. No longer will you eat the bread of sorrow or drink the cup of anxiety. I am turning your scarcity into an overflowing fountain, and your children will inherit the blessings that you secure through your obedience tonight. Do not compromise with fear anymore. Do not look back at past failure. The boundary line has officially shifted in your favor. The kingdom resources that were blocked by dark forces are now pouring directly onto your table without any further resistance. Take hold of your victory now. Step forward with bold faith. The gates are wide open today. Your new season begins right now. The enemy is defeated under your feet. The stronghold of delay is destroyed. You walk out as a conqueror. And while those who mocked you watch in complete silence, the unstoppable light of my glory will cover your entire household from this day forward. Prepare your vessel for overflow. Open your heart to me. Your complete liberation is here today. Lift up your hands to receive this decree. Feel the heat of my presence surrounding your living temple right now. The heavy dark cloud that hung over your house for months has cleared away, and the sunrise of my righteousness is shining bright upon your path. Walk in this authority today. Speak with royal confidence, for I have sealed your victory in the halls of heaven forever. Heavenly Father, I come before you right now. My heart is completely open to your presence. I step out of the frantic noise of this world. I leave behind my human striving. For so long I tried to carry the heavy weight of my life on my own frail shoulders, and I ended up exhausted, broken, and weary in the dark shadows of the night. I take off my heavy armor of self-reliance today, and I lay every single burden down at your feet. I confess my deep exhaustion to you today, Lord. I stop pretending that I am fine. My spirit feels faint inside my chest, and as I stand in your presence tonight, I remember every secret tear I cried into my pillow when no one else was watching my pain. You saw me standing alone in the shower. You saw the warm water hiding my weeping. I was too proud to let my family see me break down under the pressure. I bring you my bruised heart. I bring you my exhausted body. I confess that I cannot fix my life without your supernatural power. I release all hidden bitterness today. I let go of my old anger. I forgive those who betrayed my trust. And even though their actions hurt my spirit deeply, I choose to release every person who walked away when my hands were empty. I forgive every relative who mocked my struggle. I forgive those who used my kindness and left me stranded in the cold. I let go of their debt right now, because your mercy washed away my own mistakes, and I refuse to let resentment keep my soul trapped in a dark cage any longer. Cleanse my spirit with your living water right now, Heavenly Father. Wash away old memories of failure that haunt my mind in the quiet hours of the night. Heal the invisible scars on my heart that made me afraid to trust anyone ever again. And as your Holy Spirit moves through every locked room of my living sanctuary today, sweep away the heavy dust of anxiety, fear, and self-doubt. Let your pure love flood into my wounded places like warm oil. Repair every hidden crack in my vessel, and make me completely whole tonight. In your mighty name, I break every generational curse over my family lineage right now. I reject the heavy mantle of poverty, debt, and chronic sickness that kept my parents bound in silent suffering for decades. The long cycle of hardship ends with my generation tonight. I am no longer a helpless victim of my past, because you have called me your royal child, and you have marked my life with an everlasting covenant of peace and divine abundance. I surrender my finances, my work, and my household into your sovereign hands today. I hand over every unpaid bill that caused my heart to tremble with panic late at night. I release the suffocating fear of tomorrow. You are my great provider, and I trust that you are opening the windows of heaven over my life right now. You are turning my dry wilderness into rivers of living water, and you are preparing a lavish table for me in plain view of those who counted me out. Fill my mind with your deep, supernatural peace that passes all human understanding. Let your quiet presence settle over my living room right now, and let it melt away every lingering shadow of fear from my heart. My ego is completely melted in your love. My self-will is yielded to your divine plan. I rest in the unshakable certainty that you are guarding my steps. No strategy of the enemy can ever destroy the glorious destiny you wrote for my life before the foundation of the world was laid. I step out of this prayer as a transformed warrior of the Most High God. I put on the garment of praise instead of the spirit of heaviness. I lift my head with royal confidence. The blood of the covenant runs through my spiritual veins. I will no longer beg for crumbs at the tables of this world, because your favor surrounds me like a mighty shield, and your goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life. Thank you, Lord, for hearing my quiet cry in this sacred hour. Thank you for turning my mourning into joy and my ashes into beauty. My vessel is clean today. My spirit is restored. My heart is filled with your holy peace. I seal this divine covenant in my heart today, and I give you all the glory, honor, and praise for the victory that is already mine. In your holy and precious name I pray. Amen. As you step out of this sacred prayer today, feel my presence surrounding your living space right now. The atmosphere over your household is completely transformed. A divine legal seal is placed upon your life today. And every promise I spoke over your soul tonight is now written in the court of heaven forever. You are stepping out of the dark shadow of winter and walking directly into the bright light of an endless spring. The enemy lost his legal hold over your future in this sacred hour. He can no longer harass your mind with false fear. He cannot claim authority over your physical home. You are legally covered by the blood of the everlasting covenant today. What was broken in your lineage is now made whole by my sovereign hand, and the resources that were blocked in the spiritual realm are unlocked to pour onto your table. My beloved royal child, you must commit to guarding this sacred sanctuary daily. The battle does not end when you walk away from this screen today. The adversary waits outside your door to toss petty distractions at your mind. He wants you to return to chaotic noise so you forget your divine authority. And while the world rushes after temporary things, you must build a permanent altar of peace inside your home to keep the fire burning bright. Dedicate your living temple to my truth every single day. Do not let toxic arguments enter your living room. Do not allow thoughts of doubt to pollute your heart. When the world tries to pull your attention away with frantic demands, retreat into the quiet chamber of your soul. You are an anointed steward of my glory today. Your peace is a holy treasure that must be guarded at all costs. This is your solemn moment of covenant commitment today. Do not leave your spiritual border unguarded against the storms of this world. Secure your sanctuary right now. Subscribe to this sacred channel and turn on the notification bell immediately as a permanent physical mark that your lineage belongs to the light. By turning on that bell, you establish a spiritual watchtower over your home. You will never miss a prophetic word sent to protect your family. Do not hesitate in this second. Press the subscribe button right now as an act of legal submission to my living word. When your fingers touch that button, you are declaring to the spiritual realm that your house is set apart for divine favor. You are sealing your royal inheritance today. You are telling the adversary that he has no place in your future, and you are securing a daily lifeline of heavenly truth to keep your spirit awake and alert. Type the numbers 777 in the comments below right now to seal this prophetic decree in your bloodline forever. When those numbers leave your hands, you are not just leaving a message for an algorithm. You are signing a permanent covenant in realms beyond this earth. You are claiming your complete breakthrough out loud today. And as those digits are recorded, heaven notes your active obedience and unlocks the hidden blessings that were reserved for this exact hour. Remember the 3 physical signs I promised to place in your path within the next 48 hours. Watch your living room for that sudden wave of unexplainable peace. Look for the unexpected door of communication opening where silence used to reign. Feel the physical weight lifting off your chest as you walk forward today. These signs will prove that my word never returns void, and the shift I started in secret is becoming fully visible to your natural eyes. Walk out today with your head held high as a true heir of an unshakable kingdom. You are no longer the exhausted survivor weeping in the dark hours of the night. You step out of this message as an empowered guardian of the covenant, armed with my holy peace and backed by the entire army of heaven. Those who counted you dead will soon sit in silence. They will watch the royal table I prepare for you in plain sight. Your season of silent suffering is officially over today. The heavy fog is cleared from your path. The chains of lack are destroyed forever. Stand firm in your royal identity every single hour. Do not let the small worries of tomorrow steal the great peace you received in my presence tonight. Your story is rewritten by my sovereign hand, and your victory is secured in the halls of heaven for all eternity. May my peace rest upon your living room tonight. May my angels guard your sleep during the quiet hours. May your vessel overflow with my supernatural favor and divine abundance tomorrow. Go forward in bold confidence today, for I am with you always. Your complete restoration is here, your future is secure, and your royal inheritance is sealed forever in my holy name. The cycle of hardship is broken. Your hands will hold the harvest. Your mind will rest in perfect stillness. Rest in my love tonight, my child, and prepare your heart to receive the extraordinary blessings I am pouring onto your table tomorrow.